Hi guys, I'm excited to get to talk to you about The Undoing. Now this is a 6-episode miniseries that is available to binge now. The finale just aired a couple days ago. You can watch this on HBO or HBO Max. That's where I watched HBO Max. It is 6 easily bingeable episodes, and trust me, by the time you get to the end of one episode, you're going to want to hit play on the very next episode. This is basically a whodunit. There's been a murder, and we don't know who committed it. And I'm not going to lie, this show basically makes you assume every single person could have been the murderer. And I was constantly changing my mind, trying to play detective, and just piece all of it together myself. It's so good. It's an absolute must watch. Listen, I mean, the acting is phenomenal. It's just, it's an incredible show. Let's talk about it. Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. All right, I've got to tell you, Nicole Kidman and Hugh Grant are absolutely phenomenal in this. I mean, they're both seasoned actors. I mean, I expect nothing less from them, but wow, especially as we hit the climax of episode 6. Man, they're both just absolutely amazing. Give them all the awards for this. But seriously, this show is just so good. I slept on it for a little while. I tend to like things like this that when they're bingeable, and I'm so glad because I watched 3 episodes in one night and 3 episodes the next night because I just absolutely needed to know what was going to happen. I couldn't sit on it anymore. So I'm really glad I didn't have to wait week by week like some people who watched it from the beginning. I don't know how you did it without pulling your hair out and going crazy. I would have had all the conspiracy theories and just notes and notes and notes if I had to do it that way. So I'm glad I didn't. So real quick, there's a young mother named Elena who's been murdered, okay? And I mean brutally murdered, as in she's an artist and someone took her sculpting hammer and like smashed her face in till you can't even tell. And they show it and it's disgusting. Like that's how murdered she is. She's very murdered. Her son, her 10-year-old son, finds her, and then it goes from there. Who was it? They tie a bunch of different people to her, and who's the killer, right? You don't know until those final moments, which I was very glad they did give us a definitive answer. In defending Jacob, we did not get a definitive answer. However, I did kind of like how it was open to interpretation because they basically told you in that one, but they didn't full out tell you. Where in this one, don't worry. Now, this is loosely based off of a book. And I say loosely because there are some pretty big differences. For example, in the book, you do know who the murderer is from the beginning. And it is told by some certain person's perspective so that you know that person is not a suspect from the beginning. Whereas, like I said, The Undoing, and the book is by a different name. It's You Should Have Known. But The Undoing is very different, whereas you think literally anybody could be a suspect. I mean, at this point, I was like that random person in the background, they could have been the murderer. I don't know. I suspected everyone at some point, I think. Basically pretty much everyone. There's another big difference is there's no trial, whereas this one, there's the majority of it is a trial. That doesn't happen because, I don't want to say exactly why because I don't want to get into spoilers, but that's a big difference as well in the book. I guess we can get into spoilers, actually, because I kind of want to rant and rave. So let me just say real quick, amazing acting. You definitely should watch it. It's only 6 episodes. You're going to be able to fly through. I mean, it's less than 6 hours of your time, and you're going to be on the edge of your seat, changing your mind every 2 minutes on who this murderer is. And the story just gets more interesting and more interesting and more interesting, and it's filled with drama. I am going to talk spoilers now, so if you have not watched this, trust me, do yourself a favor. You don't want to be spoiled. You don't want to be ruined for this. You definitely want to take it in with fresh eyes. So stop watching this video now, but bookmark it and come back after the fact. All right, ready, guys? Spoiler time. And yeah, so in the book, you know Jonathan is guilty from the beginning, okay? Because he's on the run. And the book is told through Grace's perspective. But in this one, like, I really thought it's not going to be Jonathan because that's the obvious one. Jonathan has been having an affair with her. He fathered her baby girl. He ran away. He seems like he's got to be him. So it's not going to be him, you know? And it was him. She threatened him basically with like, you're not going to leave me. And he's like, oh yeah, B, bam, bam, bam. I'm going to smash your head in. It was crazy. It's crazy. And they actually show him do that at the end, which I thought was good and kind of satisfying to know, like, okay, yeah, he did do it. And he confesses it to his son, to Henry, which I thought was a really great way to tie it up. I was really happy that they did that. And I was happy that he didn't end up killing himself, that he got stopped and he got arrested. Because if he had killed himself, I felt like that would have been kind of a wah-wah, you know, right? You know what I mean? But anyways, that's basically the only spoilers I wanted to talk about. I thought it was really well done. That I thought so many people. I thought at one point Miguel, Elena's son, could have been the killer. I thought, is the lawyer the killer? Like her friend that's a lawyer, the blonde girl there, Sylvia. I thought maybe it could have been her. I thought maybe it could have been Grace's dad. Like, I didn't know. I was like, heck, maybe it was even the principal. I have no idea. Could be anybody at this point. Henry for sure, I thought. And I even thought Grace at some point too. So I love that they just kept you guessing throughout the whole thing. I was a huge fan of that. And if anything, I would say it was a little drawn out. It definitely could have been a movie, although I feel like it would have lost a lot to try to get into just like a 2-hour mark. But they definitely could have made it 5 episodes instead of 6 and cut some stuff out. But I do like how it just kept you guessing and guessing and guessing. And that's all I've got to say about that. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you've seen it, what were your thoughts? Like, who did you think it was going to be? Did you know? Where was your head? Because I had no clue until the final like 20 minutes that 100% it was Jonathan. I had no idea. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. And follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I am at Mama's Geeky over there. MAMASGEEKOI. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. See you next time.